Hey everybody, welcome back to the Let's Play .hack.gu Let's Play that I've been dabbling at. What's gonna happen today? Hopefully something fun's gonna happen today. Something fun is gonna happen today. Not story fun. Is it about syllabus? Are you talking about the Forest of Pain, the limited solo quest that was open until just recently? I heard only a handful of players got to the end. Thank you so much for helping out Gaspard. I'm sorry I left the party halfway through. To repay you, I'll do everything I can so you can fight with against entrance. Blah blah blah. Don't want to get held up on it, but it was kind of like annoying that syllabus dropped out for like the first match of the tournament. First, thank you for fighting Bordeaux for me. Thanks to you, I can enjoy the world again. Thank you so much. As for Entrance, aside from the fact that he's an undefeated Demon Palace, he's a player that no one seems to know anything about. He does seem to have a lot of fans who call him an internet pretty boy. LOL. Aw. I didn't fight for you. Jeez, some of these responses I kind of just want to do, just cuz. He have fair eyes. Do you not think that the two of us know far too little about each other? Thus I propose a quest. Currently there is a quest at the guild shop called blah blah blah. I think it would be fairly useful for us. Should you decide to join me, invite your guild member Gaspard. How do you know Gaspard, Piros? Oh, and then Yada has something urgent. I wish to tell you about our future direction.
Yada's calling me. Guess I'll go visit Raven's at home.
Guess we will be doing story stuff. Oh darn. So this episode is going to be kind of a long one, because we got a bunch of story stuff going on in the at-home, and then we're going to do that quest that Piros III invited me and Gaspard to. So it's going to be a bit of a longer episode, but who cares? What's up, Yada? Why do we need a loading screen to go into the Serpent of Lore? This plain room with nothing in it.
It seems that you have awakened, and you are now able to use your avatar.
Yup.
Huh. Some aren't so happy with that.
Don't worry about Coon.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Pie.
Okay with that too, old hag?
I will obey Master Yada.
Of course you will.
Well, you sure are dedicated.
You would never understand.
I don't think we'll ever understand either. I'm not sure if anything specifically is defined about Yada and Pie's relationship in the games.
To investigate the area of my designation and to obtain a sample of the first level Ida. Now, do you have any questions?
How do you get it?
By using the avatar's data drain, you can also draw out Ida's data.
Yeah, so this is where data drain is gonna, like, come into play in the GU series.
You asked me to join GU, have you?
I have absolutely no qualms about rendering assistance to you in your search for Tri-Edge. Watch.
Watch? Watch what? Do you have a movie about Tri-Edge? Uh-oh.
What is this?
It's a record of an accident that happened about a month ago in the world.
Is he a PK? Hey, this doesn't look good, guys. Let's get out of here. Run!
Why are you showing me this snuff film, Yada? Why do you have this snuff film? It's like he just came in to data drain someone and left.
This is the same thing that happened to Shino.
And you.
Due to the shock the victim suffered from the attack, he is in a coma and has yet to recover.
The shock of being PK'd or the shock of data drain?
Out there?
We have a name for the players who have fallen into comas. We like to call them the Lost Ones.
You like to call them that?
Lost ones.
Like you get pleasure from calling them that?
An epitaph user?
The only thing we know is he's not a regular player. Upon Upon researching the access record for the area, we have found information that matches the 3 victims, as well as one
Wait.
other unknown player ID.
Was it
which is
3?
suspected to be
It looked like just the one was data drained.
on the logs. However, the entry record for the Chaos Gate in the same time period of the attack you just watched shows only 3 players.
In other words, he's getting into areas through means other than a Chaos Gate?
Yes, he sure fits the description of a ghost.
In more ways than one.
How the hell do we track down someone like that?
If we find out anything else, I'll definitely let you know. In exchange,
You want me to investigate Ida, right? Okay, fine. I'll do it.
very good. I will notify you of your area of investigation later. You are dismissed.
Why not now? It's literally gonna pop up saying that I have mail. Yup. Told you. Also, our fight with Triage was in part 2. It's part 25 now. We went through 23 parts without our main enemy having anything to do with anything, really. See how, like, derailed GU got from what it was starting out to do? Like, as soon as the arena stuff was introduced, it's like, forget all about Triage. It's all about the arena and entrance now. It's just... I don't know. It's almost like they didn't know what to do with Triage, but they liked him as a concept so much, so they just have him pop in here and there until they have to wrap up whatever it is the deal with Triage is in the last volume. And that's kind of how I feel like about Triage in general, how he's presented for like the rest of the games, really. Like, I still like the stuff with Triage when he shows up, and I think he's super cool, but like, man. I don't want to give anything away, but let's just say, don't be expecting too much to, like, result from that little part of this game. Like, other stuff pops up to take, like, bigger priorities over Triage, unfortunately. Triage... My friend said recently that Triage was, like, a clever marketing tool. And I never really thought about it as a marketing tool, but you know what? The whole reason I was so psyched about GU in the first place was because I wanted to know why was Kite, like, an evil patchwork zombie in this game, taking place in the future of the original series. So, I don't know, maybe that was his purpose, because I don't feel like his arc
I
was...
just have one question. Why are you two so close?
whatever.
Those with burning souls are attracted to each other, my friend.
Whatever.
Well,
Whatever.
Piros the Third came to shop Acorn.
Yes!
I had never seen a player with such an awesome character. I was so moved.
Moved, you say?
And then we quickly became good friends. When I discovered we both knew you, we were quite surprised.
Yeah, really surprised. Well, we, the great adventurers with burning souls, are now ready to take on this quest.
I love Haseo's just, like, shrug motion that he does, like, all the time. He's just... It's like, I don't care, man. I don't care about you nerds. Why are we doing this? What are we here for? So, there's actually quite a bit of dialogue in this quest, too. It kind of shows more about Piros the Third's personality, although you kind of
Look at this beautiful scene.
know all you need to know just from the first
Horizon
scene with
more
him.
mystical than real life. It's so well done. It gives a true sense of being in a real place. The fog effect had to be adjusted so that the color of the sky matches the color of the ocean.
Fog effect? What fog are you seeing?
Quite difficult.
Do you work for a game company or something?
Oops.
No, he studied all he needed to by amateur YouTube reviews.
I am Piros III, a man of mystery.
Oh, come on. You can tell me.
So yeah, since he brought it up, I took a little time to go into first person and try to enjoy the scenery, and, you know, it's... yeah, I don't know. I just can't quite get into the scenery in GU like I can the original games. Maybe if I could actually walk around in first person mode, that would be a different story, but... I don't know. What I do appreciate is how when you're charging the blade, your broadsword, let's see if I can show it again, the chainsaw part actually moves. I do appreciate that. So that's pretty cool. So did we had a quest or an area or something with Piros the Third, right? Man, it's so bad that I keep forgetting what I've done already between uploading and what video I'm editing and where I'm at in the actual game itself. But I'm pretty sure we've done something with Piros the Third. We don't need to show him off too much, although it's always fun when he's here with his like giant gold armor. But I like having Piros the Third and Gaspard in a party together. Some characters I kind of just prefer having together. Like Syllabus and Gaspard I like having together too, but over time it kind of feels more like Syllabus and Adelaide should be in the same party. Because they're usually doing arena stuff together with you, and if they're not, then it always just helps to like... it's like you're both training for the arena. So I like having Piros the Third and Gaspard in the party together. Kuhn and Pi are two other characters I like having together just because they're both members of GU in this particular volume. Does anyone else join your party? It's Adelaide, Syllabus, Gaspard, Kuhn and Pi, Piros the Third. I think that's everybody in this volume. There are more characters that join your party in the next two volumes, although not all of them are gonna be important. One thing I do like about this, well, not about GU in general, but this particular volume of GU is, oh, hold that thought. What's happening here?
This game has a really beautiful ocean. And some really nice graphics, too.
Uh-oh. Piros heard that.
The fog adjustment's impressive.
Don't know what fog you guys are talking about.
You have sharp eyes. These ocean graphics rank among my top 3.
Piros, you do work for a game company, don't you?
Hey, I won't fall for a simple trick like that, for I am Piros III, a man of mystery.
Oh, come on. You can tell me.
Haseo's just like, I don't
Okay,
care.
young man.
Yeah?
You seem to know something about graphics. Is that your real job? Are you a pro?
Well, you see, I'm just a high school student. I like to draw pictures.
So you would like to become a graphic designer in the future, yes? You have great promise, in my opinion. I am quite impressed.
Well, you see, the problem is...
Yes? What is it? You sound as if you've lost your best friend.
What a
my
specific
parents, they won't let me get a
comparison.
regular job as an office worker. They say if I don't go to the college they want, they won't support me anymore.
Eh?
Good parenting.
So, I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
Don't think!
I love that sound when he punches his fists together.
Let your passionate soul burn! Convince your parents with your burning spirit! Make a miracle happen!
That won't work. I guess it's better to be normal.
Okay. And the dude just disappears. So, this is a barrier. We don't see this type of barrier in an area again. It's just like for here. God, I missed it. What did it say? Did I have to get like a certain item from somewhere to open it or defeat a bunch of monsters? One of those, most likely. And that'll lead the way to the boss. Yeah, I don't think I mentioned it before, but like in fields, I usually encounter fields where you need to find those 3 symbol fragments before the door to the beast statue opens, but sometimes there will just be a boss you have to fight, and then you'll get like what I guess it's like the equivalent of a beast statue treasure from one of them. So that is an option. But what I was saying before, what I really liked in Volume 1 of GU was that each of these characters participates in the story, like, in some way. None of these characters are, like, useless, for lack of a better word. Like, even Piros the Third discovers the area that you fight the last boss in. So, you know, even though like, it could have been any character that could have given you that keyword. I thought it was just interesting that Piros III did just kind of have, like, a role in the plot. You know, even if it was, like, a super small role. So that was cool. In, the original Dot Hack games, I feel like half the characters are important to the plot, and the other half are just, like, other fun, regular, normal players that you just happen to, you know, become friends with. And that's fine, too. You know, if it is a game that's about playing an online game, I think it's good that there's just, you know, it's not all just plot and everything like that. But, so it's weird. Like, I don't know why, like, that this volume of GU in particular has all the characters, like, play a central role. I guess it's just, like, I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm fine with it otherwise, too. Because in GU, you start getting, like, in Volume 2 of GU, I should say, you start just, like, getting characters left and right for, like, no reason at all, other than just to have, like, extra characters. And it's just kind of, like, I don't know. I guess if I liked the characters in GU better, it would have been cooler. It was cool at the time, because, you know, in the first series, you'll meet most of those, you know, non-story essential characters in, like, I guess most of them are in message board posts that will take you to, like, side areas. Most of GU's characters have all been introduced in the story at some point. I think the only ones that join your party that aren't are just post-game stuff. And the post-game stuff is kind of a mixed bag. Post-game for Volume 3, I should say. It is kind of weird, some of the choices that they make. Like, and it sounds stupid too, but like one of them I just don't even understand why she's in it at all, and she was a returning character from the first series and happened to be one of my favorite characters from the first series. I guess if you could say Alcade was my anime crush back in the day for GU, then that other particular girl character was my anime crush for the first series. But yeah, she just comes in for, like, no reason at the end, and I just don't get why. I don't know. But I guess it's, like, I don't know, because I'm at that point in Volume 2 right now, at the time of this recording, where they are starting to, like, throw extra characters your way. And the first couple are, like, important to the plot, but then you just start getting more and more that, you know, don't really... I don't know. It's hard to explain. I guess, like, at a certain point in time in an RPG, you kind of just don't want to, like, start a new party and start raising affection levels and start, you know, managing equipment and spells with. And I feel like, you know, past the halfway point of the entire GU series, it's when they start, like, throwing a bunch of new characters at you that you're just probably not going to use. I'll talk more about that when it comes, because like I said, I'm at a point where it's starting to happen, so let me kind of refresh my my experience with it.
You trying again?
I'm tired with real-world stuff. I don't have enough energy to fight monsters. I came to the world just so I could see the ocean.
Then solve your problems in the real world.
Piros.
Yeah, right. But that's impossible.
It's not. Your spirit's not burning enough. When your soul is truly on fire and burned out, that is when miracles will occur. Then the impossible becomes possible.
You're not supposed to burn out.
Very well. Let me show you what I mean.
It's funny that Piros is saying this, and I'm kind of
By burning spirits to defeat
retaining my calm, because he's like doing that thing where it's just like,
ferocious golden
don't think about it, just get the inspiration and do what you need to do. Haseo gives this speech to Adelie in an insanely rude way that made me like literally seething with anger last night. I'm sure I'll be just as mad when it happens for whenever I do the editing for that particular volume or episode of Volume 2, but it's just funny because I feel like I just heard the same speech last night, and it's like, yeah, Haseo definitely mellows out more in Volume 2. Volume 1 is where he's at his worst, but God, he has to remind me every now and then, just like, why I hate Haseo so much. But yeah, boss monsters just basically have a lot more health. I don't remember when it happens, but I do a pretty... if I don't mind saying so, I do a pretty kick-ass thing with a boss monster in a future episode where I go into an area level that's like 5 times higher than Haseo is. And I'm all cocky because I'm always like, ew, I don't have to level up. You never have to level up. Because leveling up is so easy. And I get my ass handed to me pretty hard by the boss monster. And my 2 party members die, and I realize I don't have any kind of revival medicine with me. And I'm just basically trying to do like the hit and run strategies that I normally do in the first series with this particular boss monster, and it takes a while, but I eventually take him out with just Haseo, so that's cool. Yeah, like you can see here, he's probably gonna be healing a lot more than you would normally do in a battle. Cause it's weird, because bosses are so infrequent in GU that it's weird encountering one and like thinking you need to approach with the same kind of strategies that you would in another RPG.
You see, young man? Does that show you what the burning spirit can do?
After watching you, I feel like a fool brooding about things. I
Oh
guess
man, don't feel like a fool.
all I did was
Everybody
complain.
faces their own
I never
challenges.
did anything. I'm telling my parents I'm gonna be a graphic designer. I'll do my best.
Ha! I knew you'd say that.
Whatever.
So, young man, when you are able to fulfill your dream, we shall meet again. We, the members of GU, will be happy to have you join us. May the stars shine upon you until the end of your journey.
You are so cool.
Gaspard and I aren't in GU.
Haseo's just like a little brat this entire mission, but it's far from, you know, his worst. If only problems like that could be solved so easily. Yeah, and unfortunately, one of the things that the problems I have with this kind of line of thinking is that it's not always like as simple as just you know, getting up the courage to do something or just doing the thing. I mean, there are plenty of times when it is, don't get me wrong, but like, you know, there's a lot more to problems usually.
Great adventure.
You know, it's not always
No matter where the road may lead us,
as
we
easy
must
as
journey
what
together
he's saying it is.
May the stars shine down upon you till the end of your journey.
Hey, that's my line.
Thought Hack should have a spin-off series with Gaspard and Piros III. And with Haseo not being anywhere in sight. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Piros III never really gets to see Tri-Edge. And I feel like since he is a returning character from the first series, it wouldn't... I'd really love to see his reaction to, you know, Zombie Kite, but whatever. Anyway, next time we'll go on an adventure with Pi. Damn it. See you later.